Many of you remember my list of the top 10 most overrated head coaches in college football that I made a while back. Well, today I want to talk about who I think are the top 10 most underrated head coaches in college football. At number 10, I have Troy Calhoun at Air Force. Calhoun has managed to turn his alma mater, Air Force, into a group of five power. He's given them 4 10-win seasons and even a few division titles. He never seems to be on the radar for bigger head coaching jobs like you'd think. He's been there since 2007, actually. But it seems like he wants to stay at his alma mater and continue to have success there. And I really do admire him for that. At number 9, I have Jon Sumrall. Sumrall managed to take a team that had 3 straight losing seasons in his first year to 12-2 and winning their conference title. Then the next year, they went 11-2 and won their conference for the second straight year in a row. And now, just after 2 years at Troy, he is now going to be the head coach at Tulane. It's insane what he did at Troy so quick and in such a short period of time. He's a young and up-and-coming head coach who is going to be a big name in a few years. He's only 41, so he's still pretty young. And in my opinion, he is the next up-and-coming head coach in college football. At number 8, I have Jedd Fisch. Jedd Fisch managed to turn Arizona around and turn them from a 1-win team in 2 years to a 10-win team, kind of out of nowhere. However, unfortunately for Arizona, he ended up leaving to go to Washington, where he'll look to do the same thing. He has proven that he can build a program up, and he'll look to do that there. At number 7, I have Jamey Chadwell. Jamey Chadwell, in only his second year as the head coach of Coastal Carolina, managed to turn them into a group of 5 powerhouse as they went undefeated and won the Sun Belt and upset a top 10 BYU team. Then after that, the next year in 2021, they went 11-2 and managed to have their first bowl win ever in program history, winning the Cure Bowl. It was insane how he had turned a program that had only recently joined the FBS in 2017 and never even had a winning season into a group of 5 powerhouse that quick. He had another great year in 2022 where they went 9-3, and after that, Chadwell decided to leave Coastal to take the Liberty head coaching job. And his first year at Liberty, they went undefeated, won their conference, and even made the Fiesta Bowl. And next year, if his team goes undefeated again, there's a good chance they'll make the college football playoffs now with the 12-team playoff. Chadwell is actually my favorite group of 5 head coach, and I can't wait to see what he does at Liberty. And eventually, he may even take a bigger head coaching job. Kalen DeBoer, after building a program at Fresno State, left to become the head coach at Washington, and despite inheriting a 4-win team, he went a whopping 11-2 in his first year as the head coach of the Huskies. Then, the very next year in 2022, they went undefeated, won the Pac-12 championship, and even made the national championship. Unfortunately for Washington, now he is leaving to become the next head coach at Alabama, where he will look and continue to do the same. I don't understand all the negative criticism towards DeBoer at Bama. I personally think it was a great hire, and I think DeBoer will continue to work his way up there. I think DeBoer is underrated. I don't think he gets enough credit for what he did at Washington, and I think he was the best option Bama could have got. At number 5 on my list, I have Jeff Brom. Jeff Brom managed to turn his coaching career around at Purdue. He also won Purdue the Big Ten West and managed to turn around the football program completely. Then he left to take the Louisville head coaching job, and in his first year as the head coach of the Cardinals, he managed to have a 10-win season and took them to the ACC championship game in his very first year. He's completely revived that program. At number 4, I have Dave Doeren. Doeren has become NC State's winningest head coach ever. He has turned NC State into a big-time contender in the ACC, and they are going to have a great team this year. They're always ranked. They have become a major force to be reckoned with under Doeren. They have been a major thorn in Clemson's side, and they always seem to have 8+ wins every single year. This past year, they went 9-3 in the regular season and were ranked. And I just don't feel like he's gotten enough credit for what he's done at NC State. At number 3, I have Josh Heupel. I personally think Heupel is underappreciated and is never credited the way he should be. The dude has completely revived Tennessee football, a program that had been dead for 15 years. In year 1 under Heupel, they managed to go 7-6, which may not seem great, but that was a huge improvement in comparison to the year before. Then they went a whopping 11-2, won the Orange Bowl in a blowout win over Clemson, and beat Bama for the first time in 15 years. At one point in the season, they were actually ranked as high as number 1 in the country. If it wasn't for a loss to Georgia and a blowout loss late in the year to South Carolina, they would have gotten into the college football playoffs. The next year, in 2023, they then dropped off a little, but still had a great season as they went 9-4 and managed to shut out Iowa in their bowl game. They currently have a highly rated 5-star quarterback and will have an elite team in 2024. Heupel has managed to revive this dead program. At number 2 is Jonathan Smith. After 6 straight losing seasons, Smith in 2021 managed to take Oregon State to a winning season as they went 8-5. Then they won 10 games in 2022, and they had another great year in 2023. He completely revived Oregon State football and also saved DJ Uiagalelei's career. Unfortunately for Oregon State, now he's leaving to take the Michigan State head coaching job, where he will continue to do the same thing there. At number 1, I have Lance Leipold. Leipold completely turned around one of the worst group of 5 programs in the country in Buffalo and managed to turn them into a major force to be reckoned with. And he has done the exact same thing at Kansas. Kansas's last winning season and bowl appearance was 2008. But in only Leipold's second year, in 2022, he managed to take him to a bowl game. Then in his third year in 2023, they had 9 wins and had their first winning season and bowl win since 2008 also. Heupel has completely changed Kansas football, and they may even have a chance at the college football playoff next year. It's insane with how short it took him to do all this. But in my opinion, he is the number 1 most underrated head coach in college football. But that's my top 10 most underrated head coaches in college football. What do you think? Do you agree with this list or no? Please let me know in the comments. Please also like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. This is Schultz31, and peace.